In this video, I want to talk to you about how you should behave in a theater dressing room. These are the little unspoken rules that actors should follow. First, respect everybody's personal space. Don't crowd in a person. Don't hog the mirror. Give people room to put their costumes on the rack. Be respectful of other people's property. Don't touch their clothes. Don't touch their wallet, money, valuables, jewels. Don't get in their personal space. And just respect people's personal boundaries. Keep it quiet. If you don't have to talk, don't talk. If you're talking to somebody across the room, go over to them and have the conversation a little quieter. Now, a lot of dressing rooms are active and people like to chat and gossip and do all this stuff during dressing rooms. And, you know, you kind of just have to go with the vibe. But a lot of people like to prepare for their show, right? Like to get into character. And so the more chatter that's going on, the more you just want to kind of keep it under control. You don't have to be the center of attention all the time. Always wear appropriate underwear and undergarments. You know, when you're changing in front of somebody, you don't want your junk hanging in their face. Avoid strong scents. It's like perfumes and colognes. Wear them on a date, maybe, but don't wear them in a crowded dressing room because people are sensitive to it. Some people are allergic to them, and it just creates this cacophony of smells and scents. But one thing you should do is wear deodorant. You don't want to be stinky. Practice good bodily hygiene. You like these videos, but you hate those stupid YouTube ads that play at the beginning of every single video? Well, you can either subscribe to YouTube's premium, or you can go over to patreon.com, sign up for one of the tiers. It's real cheap, inexpensive, and you get ad-free versions on Patreon of all my videos, including the ads like this one that I'm talking about right now. I won't tell you about Patreon on those videos either, but I do like to thank my Patreon sponsors in the YouTube videos, so there they are. Clean up after yourself. Hang your costumes up. Put your makeup away. Tidy up your station. Make sure that your shoes are on the rack and your hats are on the rack. Be respectful of the props and costumes. Don't eat or drink in the dressing room. Try to take your eating and drinking off to the green room, go outside. Sometimes there's a little back alley that you can go to. Again, it's the smells and the aromas going around, and also the fact that you might spill something in the dressing room and ruin somebody's costume. And that brings up another point. Don't ever eat in costume. Whenever you're wearing a costume, whether it's in theater or film, do not eat in it. Now, if you have to eat in it, it's lunchtime, they don't want you to change out of your costume, put on a robe or a bib at least. Make sure that you're wearing some sort of protective thing to protect the costume. Also be mindful of your wigs, your hair, your nails, things like that that need to stay the same. Now, one more theater etiquette is be very mindful about traditional theater superstitions, like saying Macbeth backstage during a production. It's bad luck and people aren't going to like you for it, for messing around. They really aren't going to like you for it. Even if you don't believe in it, respect those traditions, cherish them. They're fun. They bring some energy to a show, but some people take them very seriously. So be prepared to do all the little rituals that you have to do to get back in the dressing room if you mess up. And if you want to learn some of those superstitions, I got a whole series of videos here that you can watch about theater superstitions. And I think you'll learn something from those. Do not gossip in the dressing room, and keep your personal conversations with fellow actors private. Gossiping is just a sure way to sort of get seen as that kind of person that's always talking about somebody else or talking negative about the show or complaining about things, and nobody wants that bitter pill in the cast. Sometimes there's juicy news and you want to share it with everybody, and the dressing room is often a place to do that, but just be very mindful. Don't be the gossip. Be positive. It's exciting to work in theater, and if you come in every day and you're mopey and you don't want to be there, it just drags the whole energy down. You need to muster up that positivity and that energy and be a good person to be around. In general, just don't be a jerk. Who wants that? Now, you're behaving well in the dressing room, but the show is going on and you've got to go backstage. Well, how do you act backstage? How are you supposed to behave? I got a video about that. Huh? Fancy that.